Multi-exclusive dimensional being Kai with another exclusive. Grand Rising, Kings, Queens, Queens, Kings, Gods and Goddesses. This video is going to be about, are you indecisive? Yes. Now, what is indecisive? Are you unsure about yourself? Are you unsure about the way your life is going to basically be played out? Do you have worry? Do you have guilt? Are you worried about your status? Are you worried about your career? Are you worried about your business? Are you worried about your goals? Are you worried about your dreams? Are you worried about the surroundings? Your surroundings? Are you worried about your comfort? We're all going to talk about it in this video. Now, it is very important to not be indecisive, because understand and overstand, you are the creator. You are what creations are being created from, which means you are a god, you are a goddess. Know your power, know your worth. Once you know your power, you'll know what to do and what not to do. A lot of people don't know their power. They keep giving their power away to external references. Don't do that shit. You are the power. You are the magic. You are the God. Understand and understand that. Once you know that shit, you'll know down the line in future references, experiences are important in life. These are experiments, spiritual experiments. Knowing what to do and knowing what not to do previously. Now, take this into consideration on everything and on every level. You have to be a strong person. Cannot be a weak spirit, because when you're weak, you're giving your power away. And real gods and goddesses and, of course, spiritual guides cannot help you. You cannot handle the information. You cannot handle the work. You cannot handle what I've given you so far. So until you know how to handle these things, I cannot help you. I cannot come to you. I'm only going to put you through battles and circumstances and situations that you can obtain and that you can handle. But if you can't handle what I'm giving you, then that goes to show you need to put in more spiritual work. You need to stop self-doubting yourself. You need to get on board. You need to take center stage. You need to take the wheel. Jesus ain't taking the wheel. Your solar plexus, it will take the wheel. Your actions will take the wheel. Your reactions will take the wheel. Your personality will take the wheel. Just know that. Ain't nobody coming down here to help you. Ain't nobody coming down here to save you. You only can save you. You only can save yourself. And that's it. Self, which means you in this in your own way, in your own perspective. You will get help. You will be guided. You will witness this. You just have to believe in yourself. You have to believe and trust the process on whatever you want to create. The moment you start having unsurety, that's what you're creating. So down the line, you're going to keep repeating the same circumstances and situations of unsureness. God in the universe going to see that, okay, you're paying attention to this vibrational substance, so we're going to keep putting these vibrational substances in front of you. You keep giving your mind, body, soul, and attention to things that are blocking you. So you're going to keep going through more blockages, more turmoil, more trials and tribulations, more asteroids, more blockages. You know what I'm saying? This is what you're creating. And just know that shit. Your spirit is your space. your light body, your gas, you know what I'm saying? And it created the mind for you to basically create circumstances and situations. Because your mind is very powerful. If you don't know how to control your mind, then you will allow other spirits to hijack your mind, your mental, your mentalities, your thoughts, your ideas, your concepts. And when you allow a spirit to take your shit over, that's like allowing the motherfucker to walk in your hood and take over the hood while you become their bitch. That's like it's like you being a father and allowing another man to walk in your house with no shirt on and fuck your wife. Real shit. You don't want those. You know what I'm saying? You need to get right. You need to stand on your path. You need to get very, very, very inclined with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you need to know thyself. It is very important to know who you are and not put yourself in scenarios where you're getting lost. Or, and of course, you was born into certain family members that put blockages and bridges over your head because you was listening to them. So now, when it comes down to manifestations and things of that nature, you have unsurety. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? You're second guessing yourself. The chance of opportunity is right in front of you for you to take it. But no, you want to go the long route. You don't want to know. You don't want to take. You don't want to take this time to witness experience. You're dodging experiences, and this is what happens. This is how people go through circumstances and situations of anger, frustrations. Life gets hard. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to follow what society told them, where they can just take their own imagination, create their own society within them, and reflect this right back outside of them. AKA, this is the whole purpose of how you see the world is what it is now. Everything started from the mind. Then it connected with the feelings and emotions. Then it basically started spiraling. And of course, once you got a spiral, once you got a kame, ba, you can push out structure and formulate these things. You know what I'm saying? This is the whole purpose of creating. And if you don't know what you're creating, then you need to reconsider and you need to rethink your life. You know what I'm saying? You need to really get into it. You really need to get in tune with yourself. Being indecisive ain't cool. You second guessing circumstances and situations and scenarios. You don't know how it's going to play out. But the more you keep adding energy and time and attention to that, you're only limiting yourself. You're only blocking yourself. See, that's why it's so important when you leave this world. You're supposed to be leaving this world in the highest frequency, vibrational, energetic field as much as possible. You don't want to be the non-impossible. You don't want to put yourself in a scenario where you have a whole lot of guilt, a whole lot of worry, a whole lot of self-doubt when you leave this world, because that's what you're going to have on your heart and your space. And of course, how you was vibrating when you go to sleep and when you leave this planet is going to dictate your future. Understand and understand that shit. That's why you ever heard the term, I sleep good at night no matter what the circumstance situation is. That's the bag and space of location that you need to be in and your own self-recognition. Because once you put yourself in the scenario of going to sleep not feeling good, going to sleep not feeling happy, what happens is you limit yourself. You limit your future. And remember, everything starts within. Everything is being created within. Time is patience. Now I'm saying, as long as you got patience and time that you're utilizing to put in work and have trust and faith, you won't have to worry about anything or circumstances, situations of playing out in that nature. You know what I'm saying? You will be in the right space, the right mechanism, the right focus. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you have a goal, you have an aim. And the moment you keep getting distracted by other circumstances, situations, and other trials and tribulations and other scenarios, that's where you put yourself in the box. And you don't want to be boxed in. Because the moment you get boxed in, your spirit is going to cause frustration, anger. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. So you want to make sure you working on yourself every day. You want to make sure you creating a circumstance situation where you can block out anything that's causing these indecisiveness. You have to question these thoughts. You have to question these feelings. You have to question these emotions. You got to question this energy. Why am I receiving this shit? Who is giving me this shit? Remember, these were spirits that once walked the earth. Some of them is still ghosts. Some of them still is in search for a body. So of course, you're the light. So you're going to always be attacked by a lot of spirits because they know that they have to basically go within somebody's universe and create their universe and their universe and basically be pushed out to the outerverse to have another chance to be able to ascend and to be able to rise above scenarios and circumstances and situations. That's why your ass always going to get attacked. That's why life is always going to be challenging and very hard. So you got to understand and understand that taking things into consideration and basically pushing to the next step is basically as important. Every day is a challenge. Every day is a cycle. Every day is a transit. But of course, if your transit, your spaceship, your space, your gas is not equivalent to these scenarios, if you can't weather the storm properly, you will always get crashed. You will always get washed up under the current. You will always get slapped around. You will always get bitched around. You will always get bullied. You will always be pussy. You will always be weak. You will always be soft. You will always lack confidence. And when you lack confidence, you ain't committed. You ain't consistent. You don't really want this shit. You weak. You gotta go within yourself. That's the only way you're going to find the true answers that you need to basically escape this matrix. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be boxed into a reality of somebody's concept, somebody's point of view. You want to be in paradise. You want to live your life. You want to be successful. So everything starts with you. What are you doing? How are you building your constructs and your spaceship and your gas? You know what I'm saying? Your ether. How are you basically utilizing these things and expressing these things and creating these things? Everything that you looking for is within inside of you. Know what I'm saying? You gotta go outside yourself looking for these things. These things, you basically brought these things down into existence. Now, what the fuck you gonna do? You gonna use your magic, your power? Like, what's going on? Like, why are you indecisive? Like, what is the purpose of you being on this planet? You forgot yourself? You forgot your goal? Get back on point. Know what I'm saying? The answers is out here, inside you. And the answers is always gonna be displayed on the external reference to let you know that, okay, you see this consciously, you can do the same shit in your universe. So what are you waiting for? Time ticking. We ain't got time to be playing games. We ain't got time to be indecisive, motherfucker. When this new moon come, this is the time you need to put in that work. And of course, you gotta still be playing seeds now when the moon is waning. So of course, understand and understand that when you have self-doubt and you lack substances, that means you gotta go take your ass to the motherfucking spaceship gym and do some motherfucking work. Put some energy in. Know what I'm saying? Do that dance. Know what I'm saying? Get right with yourself. Know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. And of course, once you do what you gotta do, you won't have no doubt. You won't have no worries. All you gotta do is just sit back, smoke your blunt. Your money gonna come right in front of you. Now, what you waiting for? Get your ass up. Real shit, I love you. But don't fuck around. Take this into consideration. Get your life real right. Real right.